Y'all, I'm kind of surprised I actually have enough signal out here in East China to make it onto Facebook Live. But hi, um, I'm here today. I wanted to say hi to all of my girlfriends that have no idea what the Lash Lounge is. Um, I invited you, those of you that accepted, thank you very much. I love you for that. But let me explain to you a little bit of where that comes from, and why I invited you to it in the first place. You can see that this is not my normal middle of the week look. This is not my normal everyday mommy look, but I had a day off. So I spent some time playing with some new makeup that I got in my new presenter's kit. So I got there in a lot of ways. I had a message at church, Lighthouse Worship Center, from Pastor Ken several weeks ago that said, and actually it wasn't the first time we heard this message either. It was second or third time maybe in the last 3 years I've heard him present the same topic but never really focused on it before. And it's on your finances. It's setting yourself up for 5 streams of income because you want to be judicious with what you do with your money and your time. You want to make sure that you can protect yourself and your family in a way that if something happens to your first primary stream of income, you are still protected. The basis of that is tithing, and we'll get to that in another message. But today, where I got to this, which is not my normal, is 5 streams of income. So obviously, those of you that are friends with me on Facebook know that I am an ER nurse. They know that my primary source of income is what I do for a living. It's saving people's lives. It's taking care of people. It's being there in an ER every day for 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 hours at a time, away from my daughter, away from my family, but doing something that I love. That being said, this message resonates with me in a lot of ways. 5 streams of income. That's a lot. 5. That's a lot of income. So how can I possibly, as a single woman, a single mom, generate 5 streams of income? And a lot of that is knowing your why. It's knowing your why. It's knowing your talents, your God-gifted talents that put you in a place to do things that maybe everybody else can't or won't or don't want to do. 5 streams of income. That's a lot. So, things that I can automatically identify, maybe not as streams of income, but maybe as what can I do to save myself money, to put aside more for Sage and I, to set myself up for success. So, I'm a woman. I buy makeup, a lot of it. I don't know how to use it, let's be clear. I buy a lot of makeup. I don't really know how to use it, but I buy it. I spend money on it, so why not get a discount? So when I was examining my message from church about my streams of income, I looked into initially just ways I could save myself money. Simple, right? So what are the things that I buy that I can figure out a way to get a discount on? I buy a lot of makeup. I really don't know how to use it. I've been watching lots of YouTube videos lately, and I love it now. So I'm learning it. My daughter is addicted to it. She's 9 years old, and she watches all these YouTube videos about makeup. She knows more about makeup than I do. So I'm already buying it. Why not get a discount on it? So I had already actually purchased a product from Younique, the mascara. I bought it because a girlfriend of mine who helps me out at church, Rachel Alexander, she is coming and she's been a guest speaker for me. So she had a party. I bought a product. Done, right? You support your people you love. Then I was getting ready to reorder all of my normal products I use for my face wash, my day cream, my night cream, eye serum. That's a lot of money. So I thought, let me look and see. What are they going to charge me here? What's my discount? That's where my initial motivation was. That brings me to Younique's mission statement. Uplift, empower, validate. They have a company that was based on a vision before it was based on a product. So they created a foundation based on heal the one, protect the many. Their entire vision initially, before they had a product to showcase or to sell, was let me support victims of sexual abuse. Let me uplift women. Let me empower women. So if I'm going to buy makeup anyway, if I'm going to buy face products anyway, if these are things that I spend money on a regular basis, let me get a discount and let me contribute to that, because that makes sense. That's a big deal. That was my initial impetus. Then I sat down with Melissa, who I came into contact with years ago through her husband in the EMS community. And we never really had a chance to sit down woman to woman. And when I heard her story and I saw where she came from and what she's doing and why she's doing it, it made a lot of sense for me. So here I am. That's what I'm doing. You see my invites. I didn't do my due diligence in explaining to you what I was inviting you to, why I was inviting you to it, or what I was doing. So look forward to that. I'm going to give you more information coming up. I'm going to provide links. myletyourwhyshine.com. I bought actually all of the domains because I loved it so much. I reached out to my sisters in the business and I said, what do you think about these names? I'm going to buy a domain. We're going to stick to it and we're going to promote from there. And letyourwhyshine.com was overwhelmingly the choice for us. So I bought them. That's what we're doing. I'm going to utilize it hopefully for multiple reasons. Like I said, my primary why, let your why shine. My whys. My daughter. I have to drive an hour and 50 minutes each way to a career that I love. I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. I love what I do. I love what I do. I love the people I help. I love the hospital I work at. I'm proud to be an ER nurse. But yesterday, even though I have the best setup ever, so I'm a flexi nurse, which means I pick my hours, I pick my days. I choose my schedule around my daughter's needs. But yesterday, I was helpless. Yesterday, I've done this schedule, I've done this drive a million times. Work Wednesdays 7 to 3. Pick my daughter up from aftercare at Ware Academy. They close at 6. I'm there at the very latest by 5:30. I have plenty of time to feed her because they do her homework with her. And I have plenty of time to get to church to teach my 3rd through 5th grade girls Wednesday nights. Yesterday, my daughter was featured in a public school choral concert as a percussionist. She had to be there at 6:15. I had to work. Bills have to be paid. I had to work. So I worked 7 to 3, same drive I've always done. Yesterday, I was livid. I was so emotional and so overwhelmed. Traffic jam after traffic jam after traffic jam after accident after accident. This child, thank goodness I have my parents who can get her there for me. But guess what? I had all of her clothes with me. I had her costume with me, her shoes with me, everything. She's standing there waiting for me to arrive, and I'm stuck in traffic because I have to work for someone else. And that's not okay anymore. It was the most helpless feeling I think I've ever had in my entire adult life. This was a huge day for her. Huge. And that's why, to me, this is so much more than skincare. It's so much more than makeup. It's so much more than a discount on what I already buy every day anyway. Today, it's so much more than that. It's more than, can I have a few extra dollars in my pocket at the end of the month? It's so much more than the big picture has to be her. Has to be her. And yesterday solidified my why. I don't know what your why is. I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know if you have a contingency plan. But I know that my why is solidified now in those 5 streams of income that Pastor Ken has talked about 2 or 3 times, at least 2 or 3 times since I've been there at Lighthouse Worship Center. And this is the first time I think that I've really grabbed a hold of that and really understood the importance of that. So guess what? I'm actually going to have fun with it. I get to take this stream, one of my 5. I'm never going to give up being an ER nurse as long as I can walk, because I love it. I love to help people. I love to save lives. It's so important to me to utilize the gifts that God has given me. It's so important to me for my daughter to see that. Grab your gifts. Grab them and utilize them to the best of your ability. On that same token, you have to know that you can take care of those that depend on you no matter what. And why not have a little bit of fun doing that? So if I can set up my streams of income according to the gifts that God has given me, then why not? So here I am today. This is first try at real makeup, as I call it. I don't know. I watched a lot of videos. I used the things that came in my kit that were ridiculously cheap based on what I normally pay for them. $99 for like $370 worth of makeup. I buy it already. Might as well get the discount. And take an opportunity to maybe get a little bit of a stream going to help my family and I. So I used everything in my kit. There's a couple of things I didn't have yet that are coming that I have bought from Younique. I didn't have blush, so I used the Bare Minerals that I normally would have. But everything else on my face came in either my kit, my bonus kit from ordering in March. So we get a lot of things in the kit. Like I said, it's $99 and it's $361, I think, for a product. And then in March, brand new. I don't know what's going to happen in April. Really happy to see what that's going to be. But in April, could be better. I don't know. Could be worse. March, right now, you can get your essentials like your primer, your foundation, your concealer, and your foundation brush for $99, which is a huge saving as well. You can start your own party, tag that onto that, and that's free stuff for you or for anyone else that wants to sign up as well. So I've used the foundation, I've used the concealer, I've used the primer, I've used the eye products, and let me tell you, I almost tried to post a live of me putting on the eye makeup, but I'm so glad I didn't, because it was dangerous. You guys that know me know I don't do a lot of makeup on a normal basis, and I'm just now learning. So this was a little dangerous for me. But can I tell you, lashes, hello. Never knew I had them. Didn't exist before. One coat, beautifully done. Palette that came with the kit, done. Lip liner that came with the kit, gloss that came with the kit, done. What else can I say? I'm going to post some pictures. I practiced today. Like I said, it was a little dangerous, but I practiced. I did a picture with nothing on my eyelashes because I have none. Zero. And then I did one coat, then I did 2 coats, and it's pretty amazing to see the difference. It freaked me out, to be honest, because it's like my lashes are coming to my eyebrows after 2 coats. I took it all off and then started over again to try to practice with my palettes for my eyes, which I normally don't do. But they're super easy, and they're super beautiful, and I love them. My guy, God love him, said I can't leave the house with this makeup on, ever, without him. Because I normally don't do makeup. And again, I'm going to credit my poof to Melissa Arnone, my sponsor. I love her. My meet and greet and my coffee with her was really what led me to do this in the first place. So bear with me. I invited you to the Lash Lounge. This is why I invited you. I didn't do my due diligence, and I didn't explain to you what I was doing or why I was doing it or where I was coming from. But I'm going to create a group of my own. I'm going to invite you. If you don't want to join, great. If you want to join, great. I'm going to invite you. I'm going to post my progress. I'm going to post my pictures. I think this is an enormous opportunity for us to support women globally. Like I said, victims of sexual abuse, sexual harassment, sexual assault. The entire basis of this company was built around supporting those women before they ever had a product to sell. So I'm a little passionate. I'm a little excited. I hope that you'll jump on board. Try it. We have the best, guarantee it, in the industry. 14 days, full 100% money back. Try it. You can buy anything. You don't like it, return it. No big deal. You actually have 60 days. Actually, maybe even more. I'm not quite sure. Because like I said, I'm new. But you have weeks and weeks and weeks to live with these products and decide whether or not they're for you. If they're not, great. Send them back. No big deal. Nobody's feelings are hurt. But I promise you, because let me tell you something about this. I haven't used a liquid foundation probably since I was a teenager. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am with these results. You can't see a pore. You can barely see a line. There's nothing. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. It doesn't feel like I am having anything heavy on my face. I can almost guarantee when I put my after pictures on for my face care regimen, I bought, because I was out. I told you that's how I started this. I was out of my cleanser. I was out of my moisturizer. I was out of my eye cream. And I was getting ready to spend all this money on Amazon to buy them again. So after hearing our sermon at church about our 5 streams of income, my first thing was, well, let's save money on things I'm already buying. Face care, makeup, buy it anyway. So that's why I spent the $99 to get my kit. That's worth $360 plus. And then I added on the things I normally would have bought anyway that I needed to refill. And I can't tell you the difference. Like, it's not even been an entire week since I've been using it. It's amazing. So at any rate, thank you for tolerating me. Thank you for checking in. Love those of you that are commenting. Bear with me. I'm going to invite you. Check it out. You never know. Worst case scenario, A, you buy things you already buy anyway. B, you buy your kit for $99 for a ridiculous savings. And C, no matter what you buy, you have a love it or return it guarantee. So that's it. I'm going to get ready to go pick up my tiny human because that's why I'm doing my why, because I'm done stressing over whether or not I'm going to be available to her for the things that mean the most. So here is my number 2. Number 1 stream of income, obviously. I'm an ER nurse. I love what I do. I'll never give that up. I have the best setup I can possibly imagine at this point in my life with where I am now. 2, starting to generate my multiple streams, as Pastor Ken instructed us to do. So we're going to do that. This is number 2 for me. I'm going to work this until I can't work it anymore to generate that second stream for me to make me even more available to my daughter and those people that need me. I love you. I'll see you soon.